Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea. Dear listeners, now we start English language service of Voice of Korea from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. We now bring you Mixed Colors, Song of General Kim Il-sung. Enjoy your meal, Khabarovsk. Song of General Kim Jong-il.
You are listening to VOK, Voice of Korea, News Now.
The fifth plenary meeting of the 7th Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea was convened in Pyongyang on December the 28th, according to the decision of the Presidium of the Political Bureau of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea. Kim Jong-un, chairman of the Workers' Party of Korea, guided the meeting. Present at the meeting were members and alternate members of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea and members of the Auditing Commission of the Party Central Committee. Attending the meeting as observers were officials of the Party Central Committee, officials of ministries and national agencies, chairpersons of provincial people's committees, chairpersons of provincial rural economic committees, chairpersons of city and county committees of the Workers' Party of Korea, and officials of important sectors and units and armed forces organs. Chairman Kim Jong-un came out to guide the meeting. The rostrum was taken by Che Ryong-hae, member of the Presidium of the Political Bureau of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea and members of the Political Bureau of the Party Central Committee. Chairman Kim Jong-un presided over the meeting upon the authorization of the Political Bureau of the Party Central Committee. At the meeting, the immediate orientation of struggle of our party and state on the present situation and important policy issues to bring fresh victory of our revolution were brought up as the agenda items. Kim Jong-un, chairman of the Workers' Party of Korea, started a report on the work of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea and overall state affairs. The entire participants are attentively listening to his historic report. The plenary meeting continues.
The respected Kim Jong-un, chairman of the Workers' Party of Korea and chairman of the State Affairs Commission and commander-in-chief of the Armed Forces of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, received the message of greetings from Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, President of the Arab Republic of Egypt on the 26th. The message extended with pleasure heartfelt greetings to Kim Jong-un and the friendly Korean people on the occasion of the New Year 2020 and looked forward to prosperity and successes in the new year. It hoped that the new year will be an opportunity to jointly overcome the serious challenges of the world for achieving peace, stability, and progress, the common goals of the two countries. He sincerely wishes Kim Jong-un good health and the friendly Koreans and all other people of the world progress and well-being. The Swiss Organizing Committee of the International Festival in praise of the great persons of Mount Baekdu, the Switzerland Korea Committee and the Swiss Group for the Study of the Juche Idea recently issued a joint statement on the occasion of the 8th anniversary of the respected Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un's appointment as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The statement said that Marshal Kim Jong-un, who is faithfully carrying forward the cause of the great generalismos Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, is an outstanding state leader, possessed of iron will and matchless courage, and spoke highly of his undying exploits in enhancing the international prestige of the country remarkably with his distinguished diplomatic strategy. Member of the Presidium of the Political Bureau of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, Vice Chairman of the State Affairs Commission of the DPRK, and Vice Chairman of the Party Central Committee, made a field survey of the Sangwon Cement Complex. Looking around different places of the complex, he encouraged the workers in their dynamic drive for increased production, making consecutive offensives and uninterrupted innovations. He called for expanding production capacity by working out a correct business operation strategy and enterprise management strategy for increased production and hitting the cement production targets set by the party ahead of schedule by giving fresh spurs to the modernization of equipment. The consultative meeting held on the spot discussed issues for actively promoting the work to recycle all sorts of byproducts and wastes from production, for supplying raw materials and electricity needed for production in time by relevant units, and for improving the supply services for the welfare of the workers. The workers and trade union officials on a study tour of the revolutionary battle site in the area of Mount Baekdu visited the old home of the great leader Kim Jong-il in the Baekdusan secret camp on the 27th. That day, they held the revolutionary song chorusing contest. Active efforts have been made across the DPRK this year to strengthen the production basis of local industry. Spring water factories and kimchi factories were built one after another in the provinces, and the production processes of the local industry factories, including foodstuff factory and condiments factory, established to increase the production with locally available raw materials and resources. The Samjian Blueberry Beverage Factory was changed into a model and standard of local industry factories, and the Samjian Soybean Paste and Sauce Factory wonderfully remodeled to produce hundreds of tons of quality soybean paste and sauce a year. Local industry factories in Yangda County were turned into those producing processed wild fruits, wooden products, stuffed specimen, foodstuffs, perfumery, and vinyl sheets with different kinds of raw materials found in mountains, making a contribution to the economic development and improvement of the peoples living in the county. The district foodstuff factories in Pyongyang City reinforced new equipment and automatic control devices and put the production on a higher scientific basis in cooperation with scientific research institutions. North Pyongan, Gangwon, and North Hamgyong provinces expanded and built production buildings of different factories and established new production processes. Other provinces, cities, and counties further strengthened the production basis of local industry. Students of the University of Sciences in the DPRK proved successful in the Asian Shenyang region of the 44th International Student Program Contest. The contest that started in 1977 is held through internet every year. The groups selected in the regional preliminaries gather in tens of regions of the world for the next stage contest. More than 130 distinguished universities take part in the world finals in a certain country the next year. In the contest held in mid-November, Kim Seung-jin, Kim Kwang-sung, and Kim Nam, belonging to the first group of the University of Sciences, won a gold prize and 2 first problem-solving prizes and received the cup, which is awarded to the best 3 groups. Hong Sun-ung, Go Hyun-uk, and Il-hun, belonging to the second group, achieved a good result in solving problems and were awarded the gold prize. In the regional contest, the students of the University of Sciences won a cup, 2 gold prizes, and 2 free problem-solving prizes, and were qualified to take part in the World Finals of the International Student Program Contest to be held in Moscow, Russia in 2020. Extracurricular group activities are brisk at the schools of the DPRK to develop talents of children under the Universal 12-year compulsory education. The Gwangbuk Primary School, affiliated to the Pyongyang Teachers Training College, has become a model throughout the country. The school is operating 19 extracurricular groups dealing with mathematics, composition, Go, abacus, calligraphy, combined intelligence play, drawing, national instrumental music, singing, football, volleyball, and others through excellent teaching methods. After school, all the children are taking part in extracurricular group activities of their own choice. Some children are learning in more than 2 groups.
You are listening to VOK, Voice of Korea, Ma Keum-sung and Choi Jung-nam in Pyongyang.
Please enjoy your female soul in Bangchang, World of Humane Affection.
그래도 친근하실까
We now present electric violin solo, Fascination.
strength of Korea led by great commander. December the 30th, 100 or 2011 is the significant day when the respected Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un was appointed as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. As he leads the revolution, the overall strength and status of Korea have been raised remarkably, and the single-hearted unity of the leader, the party, and the masses further consolidated. The might of Socialist Korea winning one victory after another on the powerful political and military foundations and the consecutive events happening in Korea are associated with the historic December the 30th. Those days when Kim Jong-un smashed all challenges and trials of history were the proud cause of epochal changes in the strengthening and development of the People's Army. Under his energetic leadership, the People's Army has been strengthened and developed into an army strong in ideology and faith, which is infinitely loyal to the monolithic leadership of the Workers' Party of Korea, into a powerful revolutionary army possessed of duty-oriented military strategy and tactics, bold offensive ways and actual war capacity, and into a genuine People's Army devoting itself to the prosperity of the country and happiness of the people. When he guided the test fire of new weapon in August 108 or 2019, he convinced the Korean people of the future victory and redoubled their courage. That day, he said, "We should reliably ensure unrivaled defense capabilities in order to defend the party and revolution country and people and successfully accomplish the lofty cause of the party for building a socialist power. It is the party's goal of defense building to possess the invincible military muscle no one dares to challenge and keep bolstering it. Everyone should remember that it is the core plan and unshakable will of the party in defense building to possess such a strength powerful enough to discourage any force from daring to provoke us and to leave all others vulnerable to our future weapons of absolute power, even though there comes the situation where physical strength clashes." It is a stark reality that if a country and nation have a strong military muscle, they can defend their dignity, sovereignty, peace, and security. But if not, they fall a victim to the imperialists. The past days taught the Korean people the truth of history. They can strengthen the military muscle tremendously and win victory all the time when they hold an illustrious commander at the head of the revolution. The Democratic People's Republic of Korea will as ever demonstrate all over the world its dignity and might as an invincible country. No formidable enemy dare to challenge. Under the wise leadership of Kim Jong-un, the powerful strength of future Korea and banner of victory. You've been listening to an account under the title, "Powerful Strength of Korea Led by Great Commander." This is Voice of Korea.
We now bring you the song, "We Have the Great Workers' Party of Korea." As there is the bright sun in the sky, there is a benevolent party on this land. Though we are born 100 times, we live only in its embrace. Where can we find such warm feeling? We cannot live without so good bosom. All people heartily say, "We have the Great Workers' Party of Korea."
소들새라 피오면 가래고 추고 새라 눈 오면 담아가 쓰네 어머니라 부르며 안기어드는 그 품속에 사는 이 행복 이처럼 깊은 속에 어디 또 있으랴 이처럼 더운 품을 떠나 우린 못 살아 정말 세상에 덕분이 우리에겐 괴한 사랑으로 따뜻한 정든 시선은 방귀대로 교람에 머물러 있고 희석으로 이끄는 힘찬 손길은 밝은 길만 펼치어주네 이처럼 깊은 속에 어디 또 있으랴 이처럼 더운 떠나 우린 못 살아 정말 세상에 덕분이 우리에겐 위대한 방위인데 소하늘에 눈부신 태양이 있듯 이 땅의 은혜로운 풍랑아 결백꽃을 태어나 다시 산대로 그 후배만 우리 살리라 이처럼 깊은 속에 어디 또 있으랴 이처럼 성품을 쏘나 우리 정말 세상에 목소리 우리에겐 위대한 당위인데 위대한 당위인데
Here is an instrumental quintet, a mother party. We now present a female chorus. People out of a single land.
music, Modern Hill, performed by the National Symphony Orchestra.
appreciate female solo and mixed function. I love Pyongyang.
Dear listeners, with this we conclude the English language service of Voice of Korea from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Voice of Korea presents its English language service for Europe between 15 and 16 hours UTC, between 18 and 19 hours UTC, between 21 and 22 hours UTC, and between 13 and 14 hours UTC on 7,570 kHz and 12,015 kHz. For North America, between 15 and 16 hours UTC and between 13 and 14 hours UTC on 9,435 kHz and 11,710 kHz. And for Northeast Asia, between 4 and 5 hours UTC and between 6 and 7 hours UTC on 7,220 kHz, 9,445 kHz, and 9,730 kHz. Goodbye, this is Pyongyang.